Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. This is the layout update for August. Just a quick short video on what has slightly happened and what hasn't happened in regards of what I said I'd do last month, and general ideas and some not so much changes but slight adaptations to the layout in regards to where stuff's going to be going and other things. So as we'll see in a sec, we'll crack on with. So to start the video, I thought I'd start with the town and the village scene. Not many people. I know it was shown on the last month's update, but I've drawn out the plans for where things are gonna go in regards to the road and the buildings and stuff. So just to go briefly, this would be where the road goes obviously, and then the track, or a small little concreted road for the church car park will be here. There'll be a wall that goes here, angled. This will end up going down here with some like shrubs and whatnot. I put it there just so I know that it will be going there in respective to the wall. So the wall come out at a little bit of angle, follow it all the way along here. I'm not too sure if I'm going to follow it on with the road or just follow it on the grounds with the church and just have this as a little bit of a grassy bit of some sort. And then obviously when I cut out the piece here for the tunnel portals, this will go at an angle towards the wall for the bridges, and then as I said I'll fade that all in along the back, and there'll be a tree, as I said, to hide the light switch there. So the path will come in along here. This will all be graveyards. I'm thinking on a kind of scene for this church area, whether I want a wedding, a funeral, or just some people that are tourists to the area taking photographs, standing around in groups, a few people making their relatives' graves look nice and general upkeeping with them, and possibly like a groundskeeper going around and making sure that everything's alright, and like the priest going around with him and making sure he's doing what he's told to have done and stuff. So that'd be that section. Then obviously I've set in, as you can see, if I move them slightly, I've drawn out where the buildings are going to be going. I'm yet to add another board in here which will tie all this bit in. So as I said, these two will be here, the road will go along. I have noticed on Graham Falston's channel, the buildings, I'm trying to think now, my mind's gone blank, the stone terraced houses, whether I could use them here and they go like 3 or 4 in a row, and then a small road cut around, and have either some like garages at the back here for them, but or just a bit of trying to think, like a little dirt track, and like have fencing around the gardens and make it look like the parking for the houses are at the back, not at the front, as this, this is the main street type of thing. The cafe, if we can get a better look, sorry about that, is going to be going there. It'll have like a seating area around the back here. Let the camera focus. So they come out the back. Can't remember which way this is now. I think the cafe's this side, so they'll come out the back door here, come round. I'll get their Metcalf little what they called, benches and stuff, and have a few dotted around, and have like a little parks like swings, slides and whatever else, if I can find some kits that do that sort of thing. And there'll be a road, if I can get in, by here for the car park of this, for the cafe for visitors and stuff, and then have the road as it goes off. I literally only got to this because the marker pen I was using was a whiteboard marker and it decided to run out on me. So if you can, I do apologise about the camera shaking. for some reason I am shaking quite a lot today. The road, as you can see, the markings just about either side goes off, and it goes at that angle. But what I'm thinking is if I can change it to go that way, and then have, camera gonna focus? No, yeah, no. By here, a building, and have, I don't know whether like not so much a tunnel portal, but like make a bridge for something and make it look like it disappears into the corner, and have like some bushes and shrubbery and a bit of an embankment area there or something, with the row of houses. But then with the roads that go off on different directions, should I say, put like pictures of like streets where the road continues to make it look like, the road does go somewhere. And then there are a few other buildings I will be ordering. I'm trying to think now. I will be getting a pub, but the idea with the pub was it was going to go by here, and then it'd tie in with the car park for the cafe and the pub. But that would be quite a considerable size car park, so you'd be taking up quite a lot of the board. So I'm not sure whether I want the pub in the corner or what. I'm not sure yet. I haven't ordered it, so I've not come to that plan just yet. In regards to the station area, the stone walling, should I say, I noticed when building it that the top wall here is lower than what that should be there. So this is why these are on this little plinth here, if you can see that. So what I'm intending on doing is raising them up slightly, so that ledge of the wall there is the height of this. So then that wall, instead of having to build another wall, is the stop then for people just practically jumping, suicidal people wanting to kill themselves, I suppose. So yeah, I cut, if I can get it out, I cut slightly a little bit into that one, but unfortunately, if I'm going up with it now, what I've cut doesn't need to have been cut that much. So I will be, when I put in the bottom plinth, I'll just be putting a load of shrubbery around that to hide it, so that it doesn't look that bad. But as I said, these will be, I don't know whether I'll go that way with it or go the other way, but it is quite a tight fit in that corner with them two, so I might have to kind of shave one of them off just to tight it in. So yeah, with the platform, if bear with me 2 seconds, if I can just try and actually better move that way. Oh no, derailment. Sorry about this, guys. Just as you can see, the point rodding down here is, oh for God's sake, why does it always happen when you record? So it's not a different problem. Right, sorry about that. But as you can see, I don't know if you can see that very well, I have got, you can see it there, the point rodding is now fully in place. The camera's kind of picking it up. It's that small, literally, that it's because I'm using my tablet to record. I haven't really got a better camera at the minute, but you can see when you come over here that it's all in. It does look pretty good once it's in. As I said, this outer line here is now done. They go into there, which I haven't, when I lift up the thing, you can see it just goes underneath, so that when the this won't be the signal box I'm using, because this is it's a Metcalf kit, but it's the GWR one, and I need the well, I'm not doing Great Western, so I need to adapt, or I might just change the colouring or whatever, painting myself, but I need to change the colouring for the signal box. So as I think in the last monthly update, I said I was going to do the rest of it. So I have, when you focus, come on, focus. No, it's got nothing to focus on. do apologise about this, guys. The tablet today is not being very friendly with me at all. Come on. There you go, focus on the signal box. I get that into shot. So as you can see, I've started. I think that one is down. Yeah, that one is down. These two here I've glued ready, and same goes for here. I think I have laid these down. Yeah, sorry, I glued that first one in just as a rough guess for the clip in there, just so I knew I had enough space for it to go underneath. So where's my finger? That one's in, but the other two and this left. These are all in here, and then where they double up here, where the gap is under this track here, one will just go underneath towards this point over here, and then the other ones will just carry straight along as they do so. Right, they are slightly glued down. No, they're not. I know I got to this far, so I've done the rodding on the point, and the same with this one. I did them both at the same time. Oh, there you go. There. It does not want to focus today at all. So yeah, I've gone up to there, and then as I said, that shouldn't be, yeah, because it should be, what is it actually? No, yeah, it is going over there. I've got to, I might have to take that one up because it needs to go underneath there to there, so this one might have to come back up, and I might have to do a bit of a jigging about, snipping it down. So yeah, that's that. This point here is obviously going in with the point work over here for the, train yard. So there'll be a signal box either here or here somewhere with all this point rodding connected to that. This doesn't need point rodding along the station. I will be doing the point rodding along here, although I think I did. I can't remember if I started it or not. No, I didn't. Thought I hadn't. So yeah, that won't take me long to do, but I'll be doing it with this little bit of can't think of what the heck's called now. Balsa board, sorry. That's where the crossing will be for the signalman and railway workers, just so they can get across the tracks and like switch the lamps over like they do, and to get from platform to platform if there's any issues. Here, the idea I'm going for, although they won't be this high, they'll be half the size, is slightly a little bit of a wall that will go around up until when the road comes down from the road that goes over the bridge will come down, and then this will be the area, as I said, for the goods yards and stuff, which will be all in place. Just borrow that for 2 seconds, which, as I've said in previous videos, nothing wants to play ball today. So the road will come down. I've just put that there now just to follow on that. So the road will come, it's roughly in line with that screw, come along, and then that'll be the look of it. So it looks, it'll have some depth on it, and then obviously I'll make up the road, and then I'll have a board here which I'll paint black. But what I will do is I will try and make I'll try and even see if I can get that type of card thingy, because it's different to this one. It's more of like a stony effect, so I will try and get the sheets of stone thingy, and then have the wall coming along this side up to a certain point, and as I've said, instead of it going that way, it's now going to go straight ahead, which is where these two, where I've drawn out the red lines, which you would have seen a second ago. So literally the road will go here. There'll be a ramp or road coming down here for the train yard, and it'll just go straight across, and then by here there'll be like a roundabout of some sort, and a road going into here, a small little road. I'll do like a little tunnel entrance, make it look like it goes through the hill, and then as I've said, the road will go down, and then just before it goes into the corner, just to give me a bit more of a car park for here, or it might, just as it goes over the bridge, it might just be a little road that comes down, and then that, like, all that will be car park. Then the retaining wall, I haven't had a chance to finish off building. I do not know what's happening with this camera focusing. So yeah, the retaining wall won't be on that style plinth, but it might be. As I said, it will go straight along, follow the theme. These here will be, instead of the retaining wall, just stuck on as the track, or as you seen a few seconds ago with the carriages hitting it. There will be I'll put lining paper on here for these to adhere to, so then when I pull these off, it's stuck to something else. So when I go and move up to the attic with the layout and it gets extended, at least these will be savable, as they will be on lining paper. Hopefully it comes off without thingy, so that'll go along there. And then by here, as I said again, the road will come out, and then, or it might not, I don't know, but then for this area there will be retaining wall coming round along here. This area I haven't touched much due to my other hobby that I've been doing, which I'll talk to you at the end of this video, which I may be doing videos on if people are interested in the other hobbies that I do. So yeah, this will be the small engine yard for the branch line, but they can switch, although I haven't got the track work here where it's all connected, but they can go down. Oh no, actually no, sorry, they are not connected. So for the train to go on here, I'd have to physically do it myself, but recording videos for the purpose, it's gone down the line and change over and whatnot. So yeah, this will be coming here, and then when I put the extra board in, there'll be a track here, so far or whatever, so then, you know, all that filters in, although I need to put in another small board and then along there. So then the two main lines, again, as I said, one LNER, one LMS, although, you know, they wouldn't be in close proximity to each other in real life. You know, one local yard will be one side, and then one local yard will be down the line, or wherever they're based. So I'll be having two big engine sheds that will cover, well, the two middle ones I think would cover, although depending if I can bunch them up a bit more, if I can, the big local sheds may cover even all three lines, or if I've got to try and kit bash one, I might try and do that. So yeah, the retaining wall will follow the theme all the way up to all the way through. This here will just have like a little wall, although I may, looking at it now, I may actually just follow the retaining wall along, so that all this is hidden from the main line. So when if I get a GoPro and whatever, or cam truck, when it's going along, it looks, you know, it looks like it's been carved through rock and whatnot. They put the walls to make it, you know, give a bit of height and then whatnot, so that when I'm running the trains, as I said with the cam truck, you don't see this until you come, if you go in that way with the train, you don't see it to here, and then I might just put like a footbridge going across and over to define the point. Well, that's it, you know what I mean? Now it's all retaining wall. So I might follow that theme. It sounds a good idea, convince myself. So yeah, retaining wall all the way along there, then both that side, and then what I'll do is, because it's on, what I'll do is I'll just use that, but then I'll just use them for the other side, so it's not, you know, it does not, it's as it is. And then, as I said, this area, as I said, I've not much done to the layout, so that I need to raise that level of the board to the same level that this is. Get me bottle of Lucasade out of the way. So as I said, there will be a board here, so the road comes down. I just need to cut that out whether I do that today or what, I don't know. And then there'll be a bridge go straight across and then connecting that. But I'm thinking I may do that in one piece if I can. If we've got a saw that can, I think we have somewhere in the garage, because my father-in-law's gone and bought a lathe, and taking a little bit of the garage up. He's waterproofed it and, well, tried to, so he's in there with his lathe and whatnot, so he should have something I can use. And as I said, then this will be, I found on eBay like an old style country garage style thing, but it's bricked. It's red, but I'll paint it grey, weather it and whatnot, and sit it down, as I said, selling cars and whatnot. And then for the other side, for the back there, because the door can only go up to that point, although I've put a thingy there, I will slightly extend, if I can extend that board slightly, just to give it a bit of scenery, with a backboard and whatnot, of fields and like a little car park and whatnot, on a, I don't know, like a what you call it, a respite area or something for travellers, and you know, the road will go off. So yeah, the back scenes, I haven't bought, as I said, anything for the layout. I am trying to sort things out, but with going to Florida in November for 2 weeks, the finance going into the train boards kind of slowed down to practically bits and drabs, basically. Not much has been spent on the layout in regards money wise to doing stuff. I know one thing as well, mentioning it, looking at it, I think I spoke to Dan the man and a few other people who commented on my last month's video, or one previously. I'm having problems with these two platforms in particular. This one's alright, where going around the corner, this one coming in, and then this piece here, that one's not so bad, but it's just the way that it's over there. I might just change the one, but unfortunately this middle platform is causing a bit of issues with running sessions, so it may be having to be a bit of plywood, sanded down, and done that way. So this platform is going to be going, unfortunately, due to the issues I'm having with it. So yeah, other than that, as I said, the wiring, I've still got wiring to do and other bits and bobs, but due to what I've said, I've not that I've not lost interest, I have, but as I said, I'd mentioned at the end of the video, with what I've been doing is I've been doing my Warhammer 40,000 hobby. I've been doing it longer than I've been doing this, to be honest, but this was always like the bigger plan that I wanted to do. Kind of when this started, my not so much love for the Warhammer depleted, but kind of grind to a halt due to, well, the massive models I had to paint, build, and it just got too much, and I couldn't try and whittle it down, so the layout took over basically. And then now that I've got up to a stage where I can run trains, this is kind of stopped, and due to finances and whatnot, and then now all of a sudden I've got back into doing my Warhammer. At the minute I'm doing I'm doing 2 Imperial Knights, for those people who know what I'm talking about. But they've taken, I've had the box set where you get the 2 of them. I've had it about just over 12 months, and it's taken me ages to magnetize the arms and everything else. But as next month, I think it is, I've got October, sorry, Armies on Parade, so I will be doing that with the for, well, as I said, that's what's taken over my time the last 2-3 weeks building that. I will be putting up, or I will be, if people are interested or whatnot, I might just do it anyway, of a video of my entire army, as it's the new rulings changed. It's just changed. I'm not even going to go because I don't even know how it's changed or whatnot, but the amount of, in the old, like the last edition, I've got 3,400 and something points worth without my knights, and the knights in the old one, the ones I've got or doing, were 450 points. So I've got about, you know, nearly 5,000 points worth of an army, which is not, not that it's not a lot, it is for, you know, for what it is. So yeah, so this is as the layout stands at the minute. As I said, I've not done much. I'll try and do bits and drabs when I can, until we've gone to Florida in November for 2 weeks, and I get, although I've now not officially completed my diploma level 3, I've handed in the last piece of work for it. I'm just waiting for my assessor to put it up and the verifier to come back and saying, yep, that's all fine, ticked off. And then, you know, I'll have my certificate for that, and then I'll get my pay rise in work, and then I'll be getting an extra 200 or so a month, which, you know, is going to help immensely with my finances, although they are not bad at the minute. But as I said, with Florida and it being the first time I've been able to pay for a holiday of that extent for 2 weeks, like this will be my 3rd time going. I know it's not cheap, but it's not expensive compared to when we went to New York 2 years ago, where we only went for 4 nights and we only had $800 and we couldn't do an awful lot. So I know for Florida, we're taking about $2,000, which is $1,000 a week. But I mean, it's a holiday of a lifetime. It's not that I'm never going to be able to do it again, but in the possible future with having kids and whatnot, holidays like that will be few and far between with finances and all the rest of it. As everyone will know, you know, having kids isn't exactly, it's not exactly cheap, but it depends on the stuff you buy and all the rest of it, and all the things in life that you come up against, I suppose. But yeah, I'm still here. I'm watching other people's videos. I do apologise with comments. I've not been, I did promise in previous videos that I would be, as soon as you commented, trying to get back, but this month and last month I worked basically my backside off, I suppose you could say, where the last 2 weeks it hasn't felt like I've had a day off when I have, but it's only been half a day off. But now I'm off for 7 days, although I'm doing painting jobs for friends and family, so that's extra cash that's coming in, but that's going straight to holiday funds, I suppose, with everything. But yeah, sorry for waffling on. So yeah, that's it. There will be a short, well, I'll say short, but a 10-minute running session I'll be putting up after this, which I took before doing this. There was only 2 trains running. I do apologise for them stuttering, stopping. I have no idea why. It might just be because nothing's run on the layout for so long. It might be that. And I just do apologise that it is just 2 locos. Although, Jim, you would have noticed that it is your 9F that is running. Thank you for sending that with the rake of coaches as well. I got one of the lads at Chester Model Railway Club to have a look at it, give it a bit of a service, because not so much I don't know what I'm doing with them, but you know what I mean, I don't feel confident enough to take them apart and all, do bits and bobs. So he looked at it, done it for me, and it's running nicely, although it doesn't like running slow. So that's why later on in the video you see so much going like the clappers, but it's probably because it hasn't been run for so long. But yeah, thank you very much for that, Jim. They're a nice set of coaches, although they are late BR, and I said I was doing early BR, but you know what I mean, I've got them for when the layout goes up in the loft, you know, as a preserved line, whatever, when I go to the modern day stuff, with everything. But yeah, so I've been waffling on for the last 5 minutes, so as I said, I'll end it there. So yeah, cheers guys. I'll be doing a video on my Warhammer and another update on the layout if I can within the next few days, a week, month, thingy, but if not, then it'll be next month. So yeah, cheers for that guys. I hope you enjoyed, well, the last 30 minutes. I know it seems to have blagged, but so much has happened this time round. There's not much progress, but it's changes and whatnot. But yeah, I shall see you all in the next video, and bye for now.